Welcome to Fairy Garden Discoveries, where STEM takes flight. Pip loved the night, not because it was dark, but because it was full of tiny lights waiting to be noticed. At first, there were too many stars to count, scattered, shimmering, and everywhere at once. But tonight, Pip is about to discover that numbers aren't about counting everything. They're about grouping, noticing patterns, and finding the same stars again. Pip loved the night, not because it was dark, but because it was full of tiny lights waiting to be noticed. As evening settled over the garden, Pip climbed onto his favorite stone and tipped his head back. The sky stretched wide above him, deep blue and slowly filling with stars. One by one they appeared, steady, quiet, and patient. Pip counted softly. 1, 2, 3. He stopped. There were too many. The stars didn't line up neatly. They didn't take turns. They shimmered wherever they pleased, scattered across the sky like silver seeds tossed by the wind. "There must be a way to understand you," Pip murmured. A soft flutter sounded beside him. Bella hovered nearby, her golden wings glowing faintly in the starlight. "You don't have to count them all at once," she said gently. Pip smiled. "But I want to know how many there are." Bella tilted her head. "Sometimes," she said, "the first step isn't counting everything. It's deciding what belongs together." Above them, the stars continued shining, unbothered by questions, ready to be observed. Pip watched closely as more stars appeared. Some clustered together, bright and close. Others stood alone, distant and faint. Bella pointed upward. "What do you notice?" Pip squinted. "Those stars are near each other. Those are far apart." "That's grouping," Bella said. "Instead of counting everything, we look for sets." Pip tried again. He counted a small cluster. 1, 2, 3, 4. He smiled. That felt manageable. A tiny glow zipped past his nose. "I counted 12, chirped Zip the glowworm. Bella blinked. "Which 12? Zip froze. "These?" He waved vaguely at the sky. Pip laughed. "You have to keep track." Zip sighed. "Numbers are slippery." Bella smiled kindly. "That's why we group them. Grouping helps us remember." Pip traced a small circle in the air around a star cluster. "These go together," he said. "They make a shape." Above them, the grouped stars shone just the same, but now Pip was beginning to see them differently. Pip counted again, slower this time. "This group has 3, he said. "That one has 5. Zip hovered beside him, determined. 1, 2, sparkle. "Wait, no, 3. Bella laughed softly. "It's okay to start over." Pip noticed something new. "Those stars always stay together." Bella nodded. "Patterns help us recognize groups even when there are many choices." She traced invisible lines between the stars. "See how they form a shape?" Zip squinted. "It looks like a bent spoon." Pip smiled. "Some people call that a ladle." Zip gasped. "It has a handle and a bowl." Pip counted again. 4 stars here, 3 here. "That's a pattern," Bella said. Counting and grouping work together. Pip felt something shift in his mind. The sky no longer felt overwhelming. Instead of hundreds of stars, he saw clusters. Instead of confusion, he saw order. The stars hadn't changed, but the way Pip looked at them had. Bella rested beside Pip on the stone. "When people noticed these patterns long ago," she said, "they used them to remember the sky." "They drew pictures," Pip said. "Yes," Bella replied. "We call them constellations." Zip zipped excitedly. "Pictures made of numbers." Pip traced another shape. "This one has 7 stars." Bella nodded. And that number stays the same, even when the sky moves. Pip thought carefully. So counting helps us name the pattern. And grouping helps us find it again, Bella said. Zip hovered proudly. I can count groups now. He paused. As long as I don't get distracted. Pip smiled. Math isn't about being fast. Bella added gently, it's about noticing carefully. Above them, the stars glittered, grouped, counted, and quietly telling their stories to anyone willing to look long enough. Pip noticed that not all star groups were the same. Some groups are bigger, he said, and some are smaller. Bella nodded. That's comparing. Pip counted again, carefully this time. This group has 5 stars. That one has 3. Zip hovered excitedly. I like the big groups. Bella smiled. Big or small, each group tells us something. Pip thought about that. If I know how many are in each group, I can tell them apart. Yes, Bella said. Counting helps us describe what we see. Zip tried counting too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait. He stopped. Did that star move? Pip laughed. It's still there. Oh, Zip said. Then I moved. Bella chuckled. That happens? Pip felt proud. The numbers weren't confusing anymore. They were helping him notice differences, how some patterns stood out and others felt quieter. The sky wasn't just full of stars. It was full of information. Pip began sorting the stars in a new way. These shine brighter, he said, and these are softer. Bella nodded. That's another kind of grouping. Zip squinted upward. I like the bright ones. They're confident. Pip smiled. The softer ones are important too. He counted again. 3 bright stars here, 2 dim ones nearby. Bella added, sorting helps us compare things that are similar. Pip noticed that the brighter stars often helped him find the patterns more easily. They're like clues, he said. Yes, Bella replied. Early astronomers used bright stars to guide their counting. Zip hovered in place, concentrating hard. 1, 2, 3. He froze. I didn't lose it. Pip laughed. Grouping helps your memory. Zip beamed. I like memory helpers. The sky felt friendlier now, organized, not overwhelming. Pip leaned back and watched how the stars seemed to move slowly across the sky. They're changing places, he said. Bella shook her head gently. The patterns stay the same. Our point of view changes. Zip gasped. So the sky isn't rearranging itself? No, Bella said. We're turning with the world. Pip thought carefully. So counting depends on where you stand. Yes, Bella said. Observation always depends on perspective. Pip counted a familiar pattern again. It still has 7. Zip smiled. That's comforting. Pip realized something new. Counting wasn't just about numbers. It was about checking again, noticing again, and making sure what you saw still made sense. Math wasn't fast. It was careful. The stars shimmered softly, patient as ever. They didn't rush Pip. They waited for him to understand. Pip and Zip lay on their backs, wings and glow dimming as the night deepened. How many stars are there? Zip asked. Pip smiled. More than we can count tonight. Zip sighed happily. That means tomorrow still has numbers. Bella folded her hands. Counting doesn't always mean finding the final answer, she said. Sometimes it means learning how to keep track. Pip grouped one last constellation in his mind. 7 stars, he whispered. He could picture it even without looking. That's remembering a pattern, Bella said. A very important math skill. Zip yawned. I remembered 3. Pip laughed. That's a good start. The stars shone quietly above them, grouped, counted, and calmly waiting. Pip felt something settle inside him. The night sky wasn't endless anymore. It was something he could explore, one group at a time. Pip noticed that some star patterns appeared night after night. No matter where we start counting, he said, those stay the same. Bella nodded. That's why people named them. Zip zipped in excitement. They named stars? Groups of stars, Bella corrected. We call them constellations. Pip traced a familiar shape again. This one always has 7. Yes, Bella said. Counting helps us recognize it again. Zip tried tracing 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He froze. I didn't lose it. Pip laughed. Patterns help us remember numbers. Bella added, and names help us remember patterns. Pip thought carefully. So constellations are like labels. Exactly, Bella said. They help us sort the sky. The stars didn't change, but Pip now knew how to find them again, and that felt powerful. Pip imagined the stars as pieces of information. Each star is one piece, he said, and each constellation is a group. Bella smiled. That's early data sorting. Zip blinked. I'm data. You are glowing data, Pip said. Zip beamed. Pip counted again, this time not stars, but constellations. One group here, another there. Bella nodded. Counting groups is just as important as counting objects. Zip tried counting constellations too. 1, 2, sparkle. That one looks like a chicken. Pip squinted. Maybe a swan. Zip shrugged. Still a group. Pip smiled. Even when names differed, the patterns stayed the same. Math, he realized, didn't need everyone to agree on the story, just on the structure. As the night stretched on, Pip noticed the stars drifting lower. They're moving again, he said. Bella shook her head gently. They're staying in place. The earth is turning. Zip gasped. So we're moving. Yes, Bella said. That's why observation depends on time. Pip counted a constellation once more. Still 7. Zip nodded seriously. I like numbers that stay put. Pip thought about that. Counting helped him check his observations. Grouping helped him organize them. Patterns helped him remember. All together, Pip said slowly, math helps us understand what we see. Bella smiled. And astronomy helps us see how big the world is. Zip yawned. It's very big. The stars shimmered on, unchanged by their thoughts, waiting patiently for the next curious watcher. The moon rose, soft and bright. Some stars faded, while others remained. They're disappearing, Zip whispered. They're just harder to see, Bella said. The data is still there. Pip nodded. Sometimes information hides. He traced the constellation in his mind. 7 stars, he whispered. He didn't need to see them all anymore. That's learning, Bella said. Being able to picture patterns even when they aren't obvious. Zip smiled sleepily. I can picture 3. Pip laughed. That's enough for tonight. The sky felt friendly now, not endless, not confusing. Just full of numbers waiting to be grouped, counted, and noticed. The night grew quieter as the stars continued their slow journey across the sky. Pip rested beside Bella, no longer counting aloud. He didn't need to. The patterns lived clearly in his mind now. Groups of stars held together by memory and meaning. It feels different, Pip said softly. Bella smiled. What does? The sky, Pip replied. It doesn't feel so big anymore. Bella nodded. That's because you found ways to understand it. Pip thought about how he had counted, grouped, sorted, and compared. How patterns had helped him remember, how names had helped him return to the same places in the sky. Zip hovered nearby, glowing dimmer as he grew sleepy. I counted a lot today, Zip yawned. You observed, Pip said. Zip smiled. That felt better. Pip looked up one last time. The stars hadn't changed, but his relationship with them had. What once felt scattered now felt connected. The night sky wasn't something to rush through. It was something to notice, piece by piece. As the moon climbed higher, Pip stood and stretched. The stars shimmered quietly above him, steady and patient as ever. Pip smiled, knowing they would be there tomorrow, and the next night, and the night after that. I don't think math is just numbers, Pip said. Bella tilted her head. What do you think it is? Pip considered carefully. I think it's a way of paying attention. Bella's wings glowed warmly. That's a very good answer. Zip floated closer. And a way of not losing count, he added proudly. Pip laughed. He looked up at the sky one last time and traced a familiar constellation in the air. 7 stars. Always 7. He didn't need to count them anymore. He knew them. As Pip headed home, the night felt friendly, full of patterns, stories, and quiet order waiting to be noticed again. Somewhere above, the stars continued shining. And tomorrow, Pip knew, there would be more numbers waiting in the night sky.